So I love Spikeball. Now, for those of you who don't know what Spikeball is, it's a very popular game. It's gotten very popular in America these past couple of years. Basically, you hit this like medium sized yellow ball into a net. It's a 2v2. Playing on grass, playing on tennis courts, and it's really fun, right? Very easy to pick up. Very, I don't know, shallow learning curve. Like very easy to learn, and like anyone can play. Not much athletic ability required, honestly. And so, the reason why I want to talk about Spikeball is it's actually like has quite sentimental significance to me. Does that make sense? It has quite a lot of sentimental significance for me. And the reason is because in high school, in senior year, I played so much of it. Because by the end of the senior year, everyone had nothing to do. Right? Everyone's done. The weather was getting nicer outside. And so one day, oh, yeah. One day I went home and then I brought my Spikeball net to school. I was like, okay, why not? And during study hall, which is like the free period, we just started playing. And then more people started joining. Well, not really more people started joining. I don't think I caused this necessarily. Like, I think in parallel, many other people were doing this. But, like, eventually, like, every single study hall, there would be so many people outside just playing Spikeball. Or after school, I would always play Spikeball, too. It was so fun. It was great exercise, too. Like, it's honestly very tiring once you, like, if you actually really get into it. So, it was so fun. Like, seeing, just like, basically you could just go up to anyone. Not really, I mean, well, yeah, you could go up to anyone and be like, oh, you want to come play Spikeball? Or, like, there's people playing outside, or text anyone, or just, like, random people will call their friends. And they will all be seniors, too, because juniors and everyone else weren't allowed outside. And so it was just a bunch of seniors playing Spikeball in the middle school. And that's what school really became for the last couple of days. Not last couple of months, honestly. Last 2-3 months. It's just like that. And I played yeah. Like, I cannot think of my senior year without Spikeball. That's how significant it is. And so, once I got to college, while there were a couple weeks of good weather in the beginning, like, I feel like I was too busy doing, like, so many other college stuff, like getting into my classes, getting into routine, and my first semester wasn't the best. I've repeated many times, but I just didn't really play. But now the weather's getting much more nicer again, and today, like now that, like, I have more, I guess, established friends, if that makes sense, than I did when I first started college. Like, when you first start college, sure, you can meet a bunch of people, but, like, you don't really know about them. You don't really care about them yet, I guess. But now, like, you're playing Spikeball with people you care about. It kind of feels more like high school again. And that's what I felt today, because I literally just sat there and played Spikeball for 3 hours. Not sat there, obviously, but, like, stood there, played Spikeball for 3 hours. And it really reminded me of high school. And I think, like, these past 2 days, 3 days-ish, like, barring the first day back from break, the other days back from break have really, really felt like I've been so happy. And, like, I keep, the sign that I'm happy is I keep relating it back to my senior year of high school. I'm like, oh wow, this day really feels like Disney when we went to Disney in our senior year. This day really feels like when that day we played Spikeball in senior year. This day feels like the day after I went swimming in Disney, or something like that, right? And that's a good sign. And I don't necessarily think, well, I think part of it is the actual experiences itself, right? The actual playing Spikeball, the action of going swimming and taking a really nice hot shower. But the other part of it is just my attitude towards things as well. Like, when I was playing Spikeball, I was doing it just for the sake of having a good time and to just like relax and enjoy myself, right? There was no, oh man, I'm worrying about this quiz I have tomorrow, because did have a quiz tomorrow at the time, but like I just was like, okay, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'll just treat this as high school senior year when I had no worries, because at that period of time I really did have no worries, or if I did have any, I just kind of like dismissed them. I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, last year of high school, might as well enjoy myself. And I think like the same mindset to an extent is really good to have in college. It's just like when you're having fun, you should have fun. And when you're trying to have one, you should just try and have as much fun as possible. There's no reason in being worried, I guess. And like this is really obvious, but like I think it's how should I phrase it? I guess it's like framed more nicely when thought about this way. Like it's just like the senior year mindset, I guess, for me, which is not worrying about things you don't need to worry about, because I had no worries. Obviously, college now it's a bit different. I actually have work I have to do. I actually had the quiz I had to study for. But at the same time, like, as long as you approach it with a positive attitude, this is like applies for every single thing. As long as I'm like, okay, it's a quiz, it's whatever, it's not that bad. You just like sit down, you look at a couple problems. Doing the problems isn't even too bad. It just becomes not that bad. I don't know if this was the point I had in mind when I started making the video, but I guess this is the point I arrived on. Anyways, I've just been feeling really good recently. And yeah, I think it's just because my attitude is like, okay, let's try to replicate things from senior year of high school, because I was so happy then. And trying to replicate that means just doing the things I was doing then with the same mindset, or not even doing the same thing, it's just approaching things with the same mindset I had then, which is just to have as much fun as possible. And I think a very adapted version of this is highly possible in college. I just have to like tweak it to incorporate actually doing work, which is actually fun too, because most of the time when I'm doing work, I'm just doing it with other people, which is also so fun. Anyways, I guess that's all I really have to say. Like, looking back on this semester so far, I'm just like quite happy with how it's gone. Like very happy. Like first semester, even though it was like very sus for me in terms of enjoyment, like looking back on it in retrospect, like I was so happy after. I'm like, wow, that was a good semester, honestly. Like second semester, I really hope, like, I'm enjoying it right now, but I think I really hope that I'll look back and enjoy it like just as much in hindsight. So yeah, like honestly, this has been great. That's what college is all about. And there are things I do need to worry about, like applying for internships, fixing my sleep schedule, which has been getting better, so on and so forth. But for now, you know, I'm just choosing not to worry about it, which I think is kind of fair. Like, I know how I have in the back of my mind, I will worry about it eventually, but right now I just don't feel like, or maybe I'm too lazy. I mean, call me lazy, okay, sure, but like, you know, I think it's okay if you're lazy as long as you're happy, right? And as long as you're doing things to secure your future happiness or whatever. But like, you know, like I feel like I don't want to worry about those things right now, and so I just won't. Maybe I'll worry about them tomorrow, but today I'm focusing on studying for the quiz. Today I'm focusing on having fun in Spikeball because it's such a nice weather day. I just want to. And yeah, I think it's just all about partitioning and making sure you keep you go into everything with the goal in mind, and then you don't let your worries and everything like pollute your happiness and stuff like that when you're actually doing things purely for fun. I've been rambling on the same point for so long. Sorry, I haven't done these in a while. Speaking of that, I was actually lying in bed right before this and was like, I don't know. Should I make a video? And I was like, yeah, I should. Like, I really, really hope I can make this a habit again. I really do. Because I think it's a great habit to have. And honestly, I've been like creating many good habits so far. Coming back from spring break, I've exercised every day. 1 day of gym, 1 day of swimming, 1 day of spikeball. I'll probably go to the gym tomorrow again. So that's good. And like, what's it called? I've been like trying to eat healthier, like not overeating, which I did a lot. Oh man. And now Schnuckatoo is such a good habit. It's just so. It's always good. Yeah, okay, I won't repeat myself here, but it's always good to just talk. But yeah, that's all I have for today. That's basically it, I think. Nothing much more. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.